Hello everybody, welcome to Wagler Custom Farms. So I'm Derek, and this is my good buddy Riley. Yeah, you're a good boy, aren't you, buddy? Say hi to everyone. Hey buddy, here you go. Anyways, so Riley and I decided we were gonna start our own custom farming business from scratch with a little help from my mother and the bank. So I thought I'd make a video of, a little bit about that for you guys today. And maybe we'll do a little equipment tour and let's talk about it a bit. So you're probably wondering, Derek, how on the earth did you start farming from scratch? Well, if it wasn't for my mom owning this farm, we wouldn't have had any equity for the bank to loan me money because it's really all the bank's equipment. I don't really own anything. The bank owns everything, but that's not really much different from every other farmer, I don't think. But this is a 50-acre farm that my mom owns. And luckily, this allowed us to borrow a little money from the bank so that I could try and start my own operation. So I thought today we'd start out, maybe have a look at some equipment that we've picked up here. Starting with the big boy. Got ourselves a John Deere 8245R. It is a 2015 model year. It's a pretty loaded up tractor. It's actually quite nice. You can see it's got the ILS front suspension. The guy I bought it from, he kind of buys and sells and flips equipment. I got him to throw in the front duals. It didn't have front duals before. He did throw in the Starfire 3000. It's got a front 3-point hitch. It's not a European tractor. It is a North American tractor. It came from the US actually, but it's not a Euro. I know when you see the front 3-point hitch, that's what most people are gonna think. So yeah, it's 50K IVT transmission. We'll have peak inside. It has the Gen 4 displays in it. I know some people don't like. I've had pretty good success with them. I did put a Gen 4 extended monitor in it as well. Right-hand IVT reverser, which I'd never had before, but after using it, I've actually come to quite like it. So overall, good clean tractor. Bought it with 4,600 hours on it, I believe. It's only got a couple hundred more on since from the time we bought it. I did use it in the winter time. I bought it in the fall. That's when these things all kind of started happening. Did use it in the winter time doing some snow removal. We had a big blade mounted on the front on that 3-point hitch there, actually in Toronto doing snow removal. So I got to put some hours on it there. It hasn't had a lot here this season yet, although as you can see, it's hooked up to our next piece of equipment, which we're hoping we're gonna be using very shortly. So the next piece of equipment we have here is our Krone 1290 HDP baler. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Krone model numbers, it's a 3x4 high density baler. This one, I believe, is a 2022 model year. So it's only a couple years old. Came from a local dealer here. Guy that owned it before was fairly local, does a ton of straw baling. I think he's got like 4 or 5 of these things. And this one this one's got about 16,000 bales on it. So he was doing about 8,000 a year on this thing. So quite a bit of baling. Again, good clean machine. This is my first large square baler, so a lot of it is pretty new to me. It is, for those of you that are balers guys, I'm sure you can tell by looking at it, it is a Gen 4, it's not a Gen 5 baler. One thing it does have though, if you can see up at the top there, I'm not sure if we're getting that well enough. It does have the air compressor system on it to keep the knotters clean, which is, from what I understand, much better than their fan system. I did have them add a Harvest Tech auto acid applicator on this unit. It didn't have an applicator on it, but I figured if we want to be able to do any dry hay, we want to be able to do as much as possible, we should have it on. And even some people like it on the straw as well. And actually you can see I just got on there a nice decal. Now I just wanted to quickly point out, you guys are going to see some other equipment in this shed that is not mine, like this stuff right here I'm showing you. Only the stuff that I say is mine is mine. This stuff here is still part of my family's. This would be my brother-in-law and sister stuff. You know, they still have a lot of stuff stored here, so Just thought I should throw that out there. Okay, now the next piece of equipment that is mine is this beauty here. It's John Deere 4840. Pretty much just bought this tractor to run this right here, which is a Nuhn liquid manure pump and agitator. 4840, I haven't used it a lot. It's a great tractor. I didn't pay very much for this tractor. It is in quite good shape. Now, I'm not gonna claim to be an expert on these 40 series tractors, but like you can see here, for example, there's a little bit of surface rust, but that's really all it is. It's surface rust. I know a lot of these tractors, they tend to rot up here in the fenders. I know it's a little dark, but there's none of that on this tractor at all. It's actually in quite good shape. It's not got the shiniest paint or anything like that. The tires aren't in the greatest of shape, but overall, actually the tractor's quite clean. We'll take a look. Of course, it's got the old Soundguard cab, which the cab isn't in fantastic shape, but as you can see, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Curious if anyone can guess why I keep a set of needle nose vice grips in here. I'd be really curious if someone can guess that right away without me telling you guys. So again, haven't put a ton of hours on this tractor, but it's been good so far. The only thing I really did to it was as you can see here, I upgraded most of the lights to these LED Tiger lights. So I did the high-lows on both front side. I did all of the four-ways, because the four-ways they all worked, but they were super dull. I thought if I'm going down the road at night, I want people to be able to see me. And then I did the bottom set of rear work lights as well, so that we could have some light on this bad boy right here. So this is a Nuhn manure pump. Part of the custom work we decided we wanted to get into was doing liquid manure hauling. So we got ourselves a pump directly from Nuhn's. We happen to live very close to where they build them. So this pump was brand new. It is adjustable on the length or depth, call it. I think they're it's an 8-inch pump that's, I think they're 8 feet to 14 foot or 8 to 16. I'd have to double check. Maybe it's 9 to 14. I can't remember exactly, but again, haven't put a ton of hours on it yet, but really, really liked it so far. Really does a nice job agitating the manure pits. And the next piece that I picked up here, you can see we have an old John Deere 1830. This tractor is, what can I say? It needs a little bit of love. I'll be honest. It's not in absolutely fantastic shape by any means. However, I don't need a loader tractor very often, but I'll tell you what, you realize how bad, or how convenient, I guess I should say, it is to have a loader tractor. When you spend some time screwing around the farm and you don't have one, and the whole life growing up, you're used to having a loader tractor for odd jobs and stuff. So again, did not pay very much for this tractor at all, but it's very helpful. You know, doing stuff around the farm, and then certain stuff I needed. I have skids of baler twine, liquid totes of preservative for the baler, stuff like that. So I got a set of pallet forks for it. So yeah, not a whole lot to say about this thing. Like I said, it's, you can see, it's a bit of a mess, but she works, she does the job. Okay, now on to these big boys. So other purchase from Nuhn's is a set of 12,000 gallon quad tanks. Now, as you can see, these things look shiny and new. They are not. These were remanufactured by Nuhn's. So I don't know exactly how many years old they are. I know they were in quite good shape, or so I was told when they came in. The barrel's supposed to be in good shape. They didn't replace the barrels. So the running gear, the barrel is the same. Basically, they just sandblast it, repaint it. Some cases they will change the barrel, but I think what they do is they do like some kind of an x-ray or something to see that it's still got the metal still has a lot of thickness in it. So the barrel is okay. Basically they sandblast it, paint it. They replace all of the plumbing. I guess we're on the wrong side to see the plumbing now. They replace the pump. I think all the hydraulic hoses, stuff like that. Basically everything gets replaced. The only thing that was reused would have been, again, the running gear and the barrels. Now, one thing I did add on is, as you can see up there, I have a Krone flow meter added in and wired up. And at the front of the tank, I know that just looks like a black box, but that's actually a John Deere liquid rate controller. So when the tanks are hooked up to the 8R, essentially it allows us with the flow meter and the liquid rate controller to be very accurate with our application rate. So if someone comes to me and says, hey Derek, I want 5,000 gallons per acre of manure put down, we can get right on that number or very, very close. So I think for the most part, a lot of guys aren't that particular, but we wanted to make sure we were doing a good job. And if someone does request it, that way I could show them that, you know, we are being accurate. And if they want paperwork or documentation through stuff like John Deere Operations Center, we can do that. So this is the last piece of equipment I can really show you. The last bit from Nunes, pretty standard load stand. This as well, just like the pump is brand new. You can see here, very simple. Comes with the plumbing and fittings required to hook it up to the pump. And that's really I got to show you guys for equipment side of things. I guess while we're back here, I can show you this here where that cornfield starts there. And then I guess you can't really see the end of it, but this is just a 50-acre farm, all planted in corn right now. Bin dryer there, fuel tank, acid preservative, workshop and storage shed, pickup truck. I think you guys get the picture. So if any of you guys have actually made it this far into the video and are still watching, first off, thank you. Secondly, this is my first ever long form YouTube video. So if you could leave a comment, let me know if there's anything I did well, the things I didn't do well. I'm sure there's more of those than the things I did do well, or if it just flat out sucked, just let me know so that hopefully in the future, maybe the next one won't suck quite as bad. Also, feel free to let me know if there's specific things you'd like me to talk about. If there's a piece of equipment you want to see me get more in depth about, or you have more in-depth questions of how I actually kind of got this business up and going and started. Whatever you guys want to know, I'm an open book, so just feel free to ask. I think that's going to be all for today's video, our first video. Appreciate you guys, if any guys are out there actually watching this. And now I'm going to go see if I can figure out how the heck to edit this thing. Thank you.